And then I think that this is, I'm going to offer you this third one, and it's again going to be a little maybe different than people might expect, but they don't take enough time off. And you know, when I started my first company in England, we were a data capture company, wireless networking, that kind of stuff. And every single year that I had that company, I took 12 to 14 weeks of vacation a year. Put that in perspective, with the average American employee only gets 2 weeks a year. The average British employee gets 4 weeks a year, and the average Scandinavian gets 5 weeks a year. I was taking 12 to 14 weeks every year. And my friends are like, how the hell are you doing that? And by the way, AJ, when I go on vacation, I'm not on vacation and checking my email. I am horseback riding in the Okavango Delta, climbing Kilimanjaro, scaling across some desert somewhere. Like, I am gone. But you know what's really crazy? When you do that, there are two addictions you break. One, you break your own addiction to your business. Because a lot of our attachment to our business is like addiction. It's not rational. It's like, I need to be there. I need to be there. I need to be there. And the other addiction that you break is the business's addiction to you, because people are forced to make decisions. And you know, there's the old cliche, like in order for people to get experience, they're going to have to make some mistakes. It's just the way it is, you know, like, you know, experience comes from, well, good judgment comes from experience. Experience comes from bad judgment. Let's put it that way, right? And so if you're there all the time, there's a temptation for you to get involved in all the decision making. So now what you have to do is say, I'm going to be away. And guess what? Mistakes are going to get made. And you need to have rules for how big those mistakes can be. But over time, the company gets used to you not being there. And then you are on the way to developing business freedom.
Doesn't that contradict with the success stories that we hear about Steve Jobs and Elon Musk, for example, that they don't take off at all?
I just don't agree with them. Sorry. I don't agree that you, like, look, let me say it differently. They are, according to some measures, significantly more successful than me. No question about it. So you can listen to them. But let's take a look at the quality of life. That's my concern. Like what was Steve's quality of life like? I don't really know. And what I would say is this: I am all for working that hard on something that I'm super passionate about, because the truth is, like, in my business life today, most of my work is, I would be doing it for free anyway. WildFit, I started WildFit as a hobby. It was a hobby. I didn't know it was a business. I just wanted to help people. No kidding. The first 8 people, I helped them for free. The next 8 people, I helped them for free. I didn't, and then it took off. And it took off, and I worked very hard. So I'm not saying that they're outright wrong. I'm just saying that for most people, that's not a nice life. You need to have a work-life balance. Plus, on top of that, go back to what I just said. If you're there making every decision all the time, then you're never going to get independence from those people in the company. And, you know, by the way, let's remember, Steve got fired. He got fired for a lot of reasons. One of them being exactly what we're describing here, I think, is that not giving people enough autonomy to get things done, micro-controlling everything. And it took him leaving and them realizing the value of him and almost going bankrupt, but him also, I think, going through an expansion of maturity so that when he came back into Apple, he was really ready to lead in a different way. So look, Elon wants to tell you to work 80-hour weeks. Hey, I'm up for that, but I would say there's a limit to it for me. I might be willing to do that for a year to launch things. But after that, I have a family, you know, I have a body that needs to be exercised. I have places on this planet that I want to visit. There's oceans that I want to swim in. And then there's social causes that I want to get involved in. And I can't do that if I'm working 8 hours a week doing stuff that, you know, no.
Yeah.